Hey guys, it's April. Sorry, it has been a hot minute since I have made a video for you guys. I just had some things on my mind and I'm obviously do a video, so I thought we would combine the two, kill two birds with one stone kind of thing. We'll go ahead and start with the normal spiel, I guess. Let's see, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is a weight loss surgery if you're unfamiliar, which you shouldn't be if you're following my channel or watching this, probably because you are interested or have had VSG. My highest weight, which was the day I started liquid diets, was 306. That was July 30th of 2016. My surgical weight was 294.4. That was August 9th of 2016. The last time I came to you guys, I believe I was 187, and I'm still kind of fluctuating around there, anywhere between 185 and 190 this morning. But considering that I literally ate everything I could get my hands on yesterday, that just doesn't really surprise me. So, and it's kind of one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. Those of you who follow me and you're normal subscriber to my channel, you know that I tend to like to keep my videos short because I know that we all follow a lot of people, and so I figure if I keep it short, you have more time you can spend looking at somebody else. And I don't usually have a lot to talk about, just kind of updates. But I do want to talk about the ability to eat everything in the world, I guess. You know, when you're going into surgery, you think, oh, I'm never going to be able to have a soda again. I'm never going to be able to eat cake. I'm never going to be able to eat ice cream and cookies or bread, cereal, things that, pasta, you know, because they tell you constantly that those things are not going to agree with your pouch, or there's a chance, you know, that it's going to make you feel really full. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true. While that is true for some people develop food intolerances. They can't eat sugars, and they can't eat pastas and bread. Some people can't have dairy after surgery because it upsets their pouch. I have not found any of that to be the case for me. I did follow my diet very strictly the first, right after surgery. I did my liquid the amount of time I was supposed to do it, and softs and everything, and I didn't eat the things that I wasn't supposed to eat for a really long time because I was terrified of dumping syndrome. I really thought that that was something I was going to experience, and it really scared me because as someone who suffers from anxiety, the thought of the way that that's described as making you feel was not something that I wanted to experience. So I was very hesitant to eat the things that I thought might bring that about. So I started very slowly with sweets and things of that nature. You know, I would eat one tiny little, like an M&M. I would eat like 2 M&Ms or something, or I would just eat a bite of something just to make sure that it wasn't going to make me sick. Anyway, fast forward now, we are a little over 10 months out in a VSG. And I can eat anything. I have yet to find something that makes me sick. Now, while I'm in no way bragging about that, at the same time, I'm glad that it doesn't make me sick, because I don't want, that's not a feeling that I want to experience. But I'm sorry, hold on just a sec. Karma, wake up. My dog is snoring. It's really loud. You can probably hear it. Karma, come here. Karma. Okay, she's too lazy to get up. I just wanted her to stop snoring because that's all I could hear, and I figured you could hear it too. Anyway, sorry, squirrel or dog. I have no problems eating anything. I can eat pastas, pizza, rice, any sugar. I've yet to high content sugar things. I'm going to give you an example. Now, this is not something that I normally do. For whatever reason, yesterday, I just ate everything. Like, literally, almost anything I could get my hands on. And I worked, and it was a slow day. And so, with it being Father's Day, the doctor's wife brought like small cakes, cupcakes. If y'all have a small cakes, you know what I'm talking about. There was a whole bunch of ice cream, like the new bride's cake, bluebell, and groom's cake, which I didn't even know existed, and all kinds of stuff. There was bundt cake, and there was little smokies and barbecue sauce, and summer sausage, and there was a lot of stuff. Anyway, I ate most of it, you know, not like massive quantities of it, but I mean, throughout the day, I finally plugged it all into my fitness pal, and from what I could remember, the crap that I ate, you know, and I was trying to put the quantity, I ate about 2,500 calories yesterday, and that's a lot for a weight loss surgery patient. So I'm basically putting this video out there as a cautionary tale. Like, don't think, which if you follow other weight loss surgery people, you should know by now that you're going to be able to eat again. You're going to be able to eat things. There's going to come a time where, you know, your restriction's just not going to be what it was. And I'm thinking about doing this pouch reset thing, but not because I don't really buy into a lot of that, but honestly, I just feel like if I go kind of like on a fast, a little liquid fast for a couple of days, it will kind of help my restriction get back into place. But at the same time, I'm hesitant to do it because I enjoy being able to eat more than a few bites of something and feeling full. So it's a conundrum, right? Because we had the surgery because the receptors in our stomach that tell us are full are all skewed, so we eat too much of high fat content, calorie content, sugar content things, carbs, and that's why we're overweight in the beginning. You know, barring some sort of medical condition, that's why the majority of us are overweight. So you have the surgery to help get those receptors back in place, shrink your stomach so that you can't eat a lot. I mean, and eventually you're just going to go back. I mean, you can eat is what I mean. And when you like food, like I'm not really a person who, and I've really been thinking about it a lot, trying to figure out why I'm overweight, you know, why I've been overweight my whole life. I had a pretty happy childhood. I mean, I come from, my parents were divorced, but I mean, they were amicably divorced. So it wasn't a hard childhood or anything like that. I mean, I wasn't abused in any way. I don't think that I eat my feelings a lot. I do sometimes. I mean, we all do. I think that it's fair to say that we all, from time to time, eat our feelings. We definitely do. But, I mean, I didn't run to food as a way to get away from things or anything like that. I genuinely like food. Like, I just really like food. I did develop poor eating habits as a child because my mom didn't really like to cook. So a lot of times when she would get off work, we would go through McDonald's or Taco Bueno, or we'd order pizza and things like that. So those are the kind of things that I ate a lot of growing up, which didn't put a good eating habit. And, you know, I mean, when you think about it, that's kind of the problem with a lot of people my age and younger, is the availability of foods that are not good for you and the convenience of it. And as a parent, I totally get it. I understand it. I actually enjoy cooking, but I'm not currently right now. I mean, I work 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts, so I don't get home until after 10 p.m. So my family is already in bed, or, you know, my son's in bed, my husband's in the bedroom watching TV, getting ready to go to bed. So I can't cook every day, and I don't always make the best food choices for my family when I'm cooking. You know, sometimes I just want to cook something that's fast and convenient, and those sorts of, you know, things that are good for us typically are not fast and convenient, nor are they cheap, unfortunately. It's really sad when you can buy a meal, an unhealthy meal, for a lot cheaper than it is to make something that's nutritionally good for you. But unfortunately, it's the way that it is, you know. It's all kind of a racket. That's why so many of the very poor people are also very overweight because those foods are the ones that are cheap. I'm sure you all know this. I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent. Anyway, my point of the matter is I'm really concerned with the amount of food that I can eat. And I am concerned with the fact that I want to eat it. I'm concerned with the fact that I haven't felt like working out the last week. Primarily, it's been a lot about gas money. I didn't really have the gas money last week to drive back and forth to Longview every day, which is the town where my gym is. And I don't know. I guess that's an excuse, but it's the truth, but it's still an excuse. I don't know. I just don't really feel like, and I mean, I'm concerned because I really want to get to my goal weight. I have less than 2 months before I'm at a year. And granted, yes, I've lost, from my highest over 120 pounds, but I mean, I had 2 weekends ago, I got down to 183. I haven't seen it since. The next day I was 184, and then I was 189, and then, it fluctuates a lot. For instance, Saturday morning I weighed 185, and Sunday morning I weighed 189, I think. I mean, granted, I did drink some beer on Saturday, which I know I've said this before, but I've really come to the conclusion I just cannot drink beer. It makes me like super bloated, which I don't recall it having that effect on me, and I feel like I gained. That was the big difference because I know it was because I didn't eat that much on Saturday because we were outside, and I did cook some ribs and stuff, and I had one small rib and a few potatoes, and that was it. But the beer had a lot of high calorie content, as well as it just makes me very bloated, and I've gotten to where I really want salt with everything. And so I salt the rim of my glass before I pour my beer in it. And so between the retaining the water from the salt and the beer, it's not working out for me. So I just need to stick to wine when I want to drink, because that seems to work out best. I don't know. So yeah, I guess this video is just sort of me rambling, just concerned about my weight loss or the lack thereof. So there hasn't been a lot of movement in the last month or two. It's been very minuscule. And I will admit that the majority of it is my eating habit, because we all know that diet is 80 to 90% what you put in your mouth versus your physical activity. Because I can bust my ass in the gym all week, and there's just not that much of a difference on the scale. Because if I'm still eating things that aren't necessarily good for me, I'm not making great food choices, it doesn't really matter. I have a hard time with low carb diets. They just don't really work. I mean, they work well for a limited amount of time for me. But as soon as you go off of a low carb diet, it's just, you gain 5 pounds immediately because the carbs. And so I can't really do a low carb diet. I tend to stick to more low calorie kind of diets, because that is what traditionally works for me. It's worked in the past. It works for me now. But I still really need to be more mindful of what I'm putting in my mouth, because it's almost like it feels as though I am trying to let my tool do the work, which, is ideal, but it's not realistic, because if I eat the right things, my tool does work. But if I eat the wrong things, I can eat a lot of stuff. And right now, I ate so much crap yesterday that I am still full. I haven't, it is 9:38 a.m. and I haven't eaten anything. I did buy me a protein shake, which I haven't had a protein shake in 8 months probably, because they really make me nauseous, or had. And so I was thinking about maybe just trying to do liquids and like maybe one meal for a day or two, just to kind of flush me out, because I just feel really bloated and full of horrible carby food. But I don't know if it'll happen, because I haven't drank it yet, because I'm not hungry. And if it makes me nauseous, obviously I can't do that. So that's another reason why I'm not sure about this whole pouch reset type thing. Anyway, I'm sorry that I am just rambling on, and if I've bored you, I'm sorry if you've had to sit through a long video. I really, Pretty Sleeved, Rebecca, she did a thing about the weight loss rules that we all break, or the foods that we, things like that. I really like that tag. I think that that's a great tag, and I guess we can pretend like this video is my tag for that, because I'm sitting here telling you all of the things. Obviously, I've eaten a lot of stuff. Weight loss surgery rules that I break, definitely, obviously eating high carb foods, pastas, rice, bread. I do eat a lot of bread. I eat sandwiches, pizza, sweets, things of that nature. The drinking, obviously, that's, I'm supposed to drink, but, I do that. The one rule that I do still follow pretty strictly is to wait 30 minutes after I eat, at least 30 minutes, depending on how full I am. If I'm super full, it'll be longer than that, because I have to wait until I feel like I can drink. I have never eaten anything and drank at the same time, because it makes me feel sick. So I can't. I don't know how people do that. I mean, I guess if you're just barely eating anything, but if I'm legitimately eating a meal, there's no way I could drink and eat at the same time. I don't wait 30 minutes before a meal or before I don't wait 30 minutes from drinking to eat something. It's liquid. It's just running right through me. So that's kind of a dumb rule. I'm sure it has its reasons, but for me, it's sort of dumb. I usually sometimes will go straight from drinking something to eating. But like I said, do not drink while I'm eating, and I don't drink for a while after eating. I'm trying to think what other rules it is that all of them. I break all of them. I don't stick to anything I just kind of do me. I do what works for me. I eat whatever I want to, obviously. And it's worked out okay for me for the most part, but it also, I guess, has helped me get to this point where I can eat 2,500 calories of crap in a day. So, I don't know. I didn't make a list because I wasn't planning. I totally forgot about the tag when I initially started this. I was thinking about it before, and then I forgot about it. Whatever. So, this video has gotten really long. It's almost 20 minutes, and I've just rambled on. So, thanks for sticking through it if you did. Thanks for watching. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're an old subscriber, thanks for sticking with me. I love you guys. This community is amazing. And if you haven't, please subscribe. And if you have a channel that you're subscribed to me and I'm not subscribed to you, let me know. I definitely try to follow other people. As I said in the past, I'm much more active on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put that information down below in the box, as well as my MyFitnessPal and Snapchat information. You can follow me on there too. I guess that is all the rambling that I have for you guys today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and week. It's Monday. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.